I had always led a life defined by routine, each day meticulously charted on my digital calendar, every moment scheduled with precise predictability. Mornings were filled with the comforting aroma of freshly brewed coffee and the familiar hum of traffic on my way to work, while evenings were spent in the quiet solitude of my modest apartment. I cherished the order and stability that defined my existence, believing it to be my greatest strength. Yet, one chilly autumn evening, everything began to shift when a stray app alert shattered my carefully maintained schedule. It was nearing 8:45 p.m. on a day like any other. I was finishing a long day at the office when my phone vibrated with an encrypted notification, a message from an unknown number. The subject line read simply, "Encrypted call log, urgent." At first, I assumed it was a glitch or a misdirected message. I had little interest in unsolicited alerts, however, the cryptic nature of this one stirred something deep within me. The message contained a brief snippet of audio, a series of hushed, overlapping voices, punctuated by a distinct, unidentifiable chime. The text accompanying it was sparse. "Confirm your presence. Rendezvous tonight. Code, Nocturne." My pulse quickened as I replayed the message. There was an odd mix of urgency and seduction in the tone. I didn't recall subscribing to any service that might send such a message. Was it a mistake? A marketing ploy? Or, perhaps, a secret invitation meant only for me? The encrypted call log hinted at something extraordinary, a secret booking at an exclusive lounge and a series of lavish midnight dinners that promised a taste of a world beyond the mundane. I spent the rest of the day in a state of heightened anticipation. Throughout the afternoon, my mind wandered incessantly, questioning whether I had unknowingly become part of a hidden network. I rifled through old emails and messages, trying to find any clue that might explain this anomaly. Yet, nothing matched the elegance and mystery of the new alert. That evening, as I sat in my dimly lit living room, the soft murmur of a distant rain outside, I knew that my life was about to take an unexpected turn. After a deep, contemplative pause, I tapped the confirm button on the alert. In that single act, I felt as if I were crossing a threshold, leaving behind the safety of routine for the allure of the unknown. The encrypted message faded from my screen, but its impact lingered like an echo, urging me to prepare for the night ahead. The following day was a whirlwind of restless energy and introspection. I found myself unable to concentrate on my work, my mind replaying the mysterious alert over and over again. At lunch, while colleagues chatted about mundane office gossip, I sat quietly at a corner table, scribbling in a worn journal. I jotted down the words of the alert, "Rendezvous tonight. Code, Nocturne." I wondered what the code meant and who might be behind such a cryptic invitation. That evening, as dusk painted the sky in hues of deep violet and gold, I prepared for what I now sensed was a life-altering night. I chose an outfit that was both refined and daring, a tailored charcoal blazer over a silk blouse, paired with sleek black trousers and a pair of modest heels. In the mirror, I noticed something different in my eyes, a spark of anticipation that I hadn't felt in years. It was as if the prospect of stepping into a secret world awakened a part of me that had long been dormant. Before leaving my apartment, I checked my phone again. There was no new alert, but the memory of that encrypted call log vibrated in my mind like a persistent heartbeat. I grabbed my essentials, a small leather bag, my journal, and a portable charger, and stepped out into the cool, crisp air. I hailed a rideshare and watched as the city transformed under the soft glow of streetlights. Every reflection in puddles, every shadow cast by neon signs, seemed to whisper hidden stories of the night. My destination was an address provided by an additional, nearly forgotten message tucked away in my notifications, a location that I now recognized as Nocturne Lounge. According to that message, it was an exclusive venue known only to those who dared to embrace life's hidden luxuries. My curiosity mingled with apprehension as the rideshare navigated through unfamiliar neighborhoods until we arrived at a modern building whose sleek glass facade shimmered against the night sky. Stepping out of the car, I felt a mix of nervous excitement and a strange sense of destiny. The entrance to the building was guarded by a discreet doorman who regarded me with a subtle, knowing smile. "Good evening, Ms. Anderson," he said softly, checking my identification and the confirmation code that glowed faintly on my phone. I wasn't sure how he knew my name, but in that moment, it felt as if everything were unfolding exactly as it should. Inside, the lobby of Nocturne Lounge was a world apart from the everyday. Ornate light fixtures, polished marble floors, and a carefully curated collection of art created an atmosphere of understated opulence. Soft music played in the background, a smooth blend of ambient electronic tunes and live jazz that seemed to weave through the room like a secret melody. I registered at the reception and was handed a discreet visitor's pass embossed with the word Knocktown. The attendant's eyes twinkled as if he shared a long-kept secret, and I couldn't help but feel that I had stepped into a realm where every detail was designed to seduce the senses. I was guided along a narrow corridor that led to the heart of the lounge, a private area accessible only to those with exclusive bookings. The corridor was dimly lit, its walls adorned with subtle, abstract art that hinted at the mysteries of the night. As I reached the end, the door to the main lounge opened onto a vast, intimate space. The room was bathed in soft blue and silver light, its decor a sophisticated blend of modern minimalism and timeless elegance. Plush seating areas were arranged in clusters around low, sleek tables, and every corner of the room exuded a sense of calm exclusivity. I found a seat near a window that offered a panoramic view of the city below. Outside, the urban landscape shimmered with the reflections of countless lights and the gentle movement of distant traffic. I could feel the pulse of the city, alive and teeming with secrets. I took a deep breath and allowed myself to settle into the atmosphere. Every detail, the soft murmur of voices, the clink of crystal glasses, the subtle fragrance of exotic colognes, seemed to transport me away from my former life into a realm of refined mystery. Almost immediately, a discreet notification appeared on my phone. Your private meeting is confirmed. Please proceed to table 9. I glanced around the room, noticing that the other guests carried themselves with a quiet confidence and an air of unspoken intrigue. Following the instructions, I made my way to table 9, which was set in a secluded corner near an ornate fireplace. There, a single seat was reserved for me, accompanied by a small vase holding a white orchid, a symbol of purity and clandestine beauty. As I sat, I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched, not in a threatening way, but by someone whose presence was meant to be a secret message, a silent affirmation of my place in this hidden world. I waited, heart pounding, as the minutes ticked by in an expectant silence. Then, as if emerging from the shadows, a figure approached. He was tall and elegantly dressed in a dark suit that complemented the sophisticated atmosphere of the lounge. His eyes, a deep shade of hazel, held a mixture of mystery and warmth, and as he drew nearer, I could sense that he, too, had been drawn into this secret rendezvous by forces beyond our control. Good evening, he said softly, extending his hand in greeting. I'm Marcus. His voice was gentle, yet it carried an underlying intensity that resonated with the quiet thrum of the room. Our initial conversation was measured, a polite exchange of names and subtle pleasantries. But as the minutes passed, the ambience of the lounge and the intimate glow of the surroundings seemed to encourage a deeper dialogue. Marcus spoke of his own journey, a life once constrained by routine, until a series of mysterious events had led him to seek out the extraordinary. I found myself sharing my own story, the inexplicable encrypted call log, the stray notification that had confirmed this secret booking, and the hidden pattern of midnight escapes that I had never dared to confront. Our voices mingled with the soft music, and in that moment, I realized that our encounter was no coincidence. It was as if fate had conspired to bring two kindred spirits together in a space where vulnerability and elegance reigned. As our conversation deepened, Marcus mentioned that he had received similar enigmatic messages over the past few months, cryptic alerts that guided him toward exclusive events and intimate gatherings, moments that had slowly chipped away at the monotony of his former life. He spoke of a sense of liberation, a subtle rebellion against the confines of a predictable existence. I listened, enraptured, as I realized that our hidden paths were converging, a secret network of midnight escapes and luxurious rendezvous that we had unknowingly been a part of all along. A further notification arrived on my phone: dinner at La Celeste, 12:15 a.m. Please confirm attendance. The message was as discreet as it was precise, and without a moment's hesitation, Marcus and I exchanged glances that spoke of mutual understanding. This dinner, like the others before it, promised not only exquisite cuisine but also the opportunity for deeper connection, a chance to explore the uncharted territories of our hearts under the cover of night. La Celeste was a bistro renowned for its avant-garde cuisine and its reputation for hosting intimate gatherings that blurred the lines between art and indulgence. As Marcus and I arrived at the elegant venue, we were greeted by a discreet host who led us through a softly lit corridor to a private dining area. The room was a marvel of modern design and timeless elegance. Floor-to-ceiling windows revealed a breathtaking view of the city at night, while carefully arranged tables adorned with crisp linens, subtle floral arrangements, and delicate candles set the stage for an evening of refined intimacy. I took my seat at a table set for two, feeling both the thrill of anticipation and the gentle weight of vulnerability. The menu was a work of art, a carefully curated tasting journey that promised to awaken the senses and stir the soul. Course after course arrived, each dish more exquisite than the last, a symphony of flavors that evoked memories of long-forgotten delights and whispered promises of future indulgence. As I savored each bite, I felt the boundaries of my ordinary life begin to dissolve, replaced by a heady mix of sensory pleasure and quiet introspection. Between courses, Marcus and I exchanged thoughtful glances and shared intimate details of our lives, stories of quiet rebellion, moments of heartache, and the silent yearning to live more fully. His words resonated with a deep sincerity, and I found myself opening up in ways I had long kept hidden. I spoke of the stray app alert that had revealed this secret booking, the sense of destiny it had evoked, and the hidden pattern of midnight escapes that had been etched into my life like a series of clandestine rituals. In return, Marcus recounted his own transformative journey, a narrative of rediscovery born from a desire to break free from the confines of societal expectation. The atmosphere in the dining room was electric with unspoken connection and shared vulnerability. I felt as if every gentle note of the live piano playing in the background was a secret hymn to the beauty of authentic living. As the dinner reached its crescendo with a delicate dessert, a deconstructed lemon tart that balanced sweetness with a touch of tang, the final discreet notification appeared on my phone: after dinner gathering, the Celestial Conservatory. Departure, 12:45 a.m. Marcus and I exchanged a knowing smile. Without hesitation, we left the table and made our way to the next phase of our secret night out. The promise of further revelations beckoned, and with hearts pounding in synchrony, we stepped out into the cool night air, ready to follow the trail that had brought us together. The Celestial Conservatory was a hidden gem within the resort, a space dedicated to artistic expression and intimate connection, where the boundaries between the physical and the ethereal blurred into a dreamlike haze. We navigated a series of discreet corridors, the soft illumination guiding us through a labyrinth of modern architecture and timeless beauty. As we emerged into the conservatory, I was struck by its enchanting atmosphere. The room was bathed in a gentle, otherworldly glow. Floor-to-ceiling windows allowed a sweeping view of the night sky, while delicate sculptures and intricate murals told stories of love, loss, and the relentless pursuit of truth. Soft, ambient music, an evocative blend of classical strings and electronic undertones, filled the space, creating a serene backdrop for a night that promised to be as transformative as it was mysterious. We found a secluded seating area where we could talk privately, away from the gentle hum of the conservatory. The air was cool, carrying with it the faint scent of night-blooming flowers, and I felt an overwhelming sense of intimacy, a feeling that in this moment, time itself had slowed to allow for true connection. Marcus and I settled into our seats, and our conversation deepened further. We spoke of our hopes and dreams, of the quiet rebellions that had led us to this secret network of midnight escapes. I confessed that, for so long, I had felt trapped in a life that was safe yet stifling, a life where the true colors of my soul were hidden behind a mask of conformity. Marcus, with gentle sincerity, admitted that he had known that feeling all too well. His words, soft and empathetic, were like a balm for wounds I hadn't even realized were open. As we talked, I began to notice subtle details that elevated the evening into something almost magical, a glimmer of light reflecting off a glass sculpture, the quiet murmur of a distant conversation that seemed to echo our own, the delicate interplay of shadows and light that transformed the conservatory into a canvas of emotion. Every discreet notification I had received, every secret booking and hidden meeting, now appeared as if they were pieces of a grand, intricate puzzle, a puzzle that, when assembled, revealed the profound beauty of living authentically. Before long, another notification arrived on my phone: private invitation, intimate performance in the moonlit atrium. Confirm now. Marcus and I exchanged a glance. Without a word, we both understood that this was the next chapter of the night, a final, intimate moment where art, passion, and vulnerability would converge. I quickly confirmed, and together, we left the conservatory. The moonlit atrium was a hidden sanctuary on the highest level of the celestial manor, a secret venue known only to those who had proven their readiness to embrace life's raw, unfiltered beauty. Ascending a narrow, spiral staircase, I could feel my heart thumping in time with my footsteps. The atmosphere grew more ethereal with every step, until finally, I emerged into a vast atrium bathed in the soft glow of the full moon. The atrium was adorned with cascading waterfalls, lush greenery, and an array of delicate, luminescent flowers that seemed to glow from within. The gentle sound of water mingled with the quiet whispers of the night, creating an ambience that was both serene and charged with emotion. Marcus met me at the entrance to the atrium, and together we walked slowly along a path lined with flickering lanterns. The space was intimate. There were only a handful of guests, each absorbed in quiet contemplation or soft conversation. I felt as if I had stepped into a secret world where time held no sway and every moment was an invitation to delve deeper into the mysteries of the heart. Finding a secluded bench beneath a canopy of flowering vines, Marcus and I sat together. The cool night air and the gentle sound of the waterfall provided a soothing backdrop as we spoke in hushed tones. We discussed the impact of the night, the elegant dinners, the secret gatherings, and the cascade of discreet messages that had set our journeys in motion. I confided that I had often felt invisible in my everyday life, that the routines that once brought me comfort now felt suffocating in their predictability. Marcus listened intently, his eyes reflecting a shared understanding. I, too, have felt the weight of invisibility, he murmured. But tonight, under this moonlit sky, I feel seen, truly seen, in a way that I never thought possible. His words resonated within me, and I realized that the secret meetings and midnight escapes were not just escapes, they were acts of reclamation, a declaration that our lives were meant to be lived with passion and authenticity. As the hours passed, the atmosphere in the atrium became charged with an almost tangible intimacy. A live performance began, a solo pianist whose haunting melodies filled the space with a deep, resonant emotion. The music spoke of longing, hope, and the bittersweet nature of time, each note a reminder of the fleeting beauty of the present moment. I closed my eyes and let the music wash over me, feeling a profound connection to the world around me, a connection that transcended the boundaries of everyday life. When the performance ended, Marcus reached into his pocket and retrieved a small, folded note. "I wrote this for you," he said softly, handing it over. I unfolded it carefully, reading the simple yet powerful words. "Tonight, we have seen our true selves in the mirror of vulnerability. May this memory light your path forward." Tears welled in my eyes as I looked up at him. In that moment, everything became clear. The stray encrypted call logs, the secret bookings, the lavish dinners, they were all parts of a journey towards self-discovery and liberation. As the first hints of dawn began to color the horizon in gentle pastels, I knew it was time to leave the moonlit atrium. Marcus and I exchanged a long, lingering look, a silent promise that our paths would cross again. With hearts full of unspoken understanding, we parted ways, each of us carrying the memory of a night that had forever changed the fabric of our lives. Returning to my room at the Celestial Manor, I felt as though I were emerging from a dream. The night's experiences, every discreet notification, every secret meeting, every intimate moment, had woven together to form a tapestry of transformation. I sat by the window, watching as the city began to stir with the gentle light of dawn, and I felt an overwhelming sense of gratitude. My heart was lighter, my spirit bolder, and I was no longer content to live within the confines of a monotonous routine. In the quiet hours after the night's escapades, I took out my journal and began to record every detail of the journey. I wrote of the stray app alert that had first hinted at a hidden booking, of the luxurious corridors and private lounges, and of the intimate rendezvous with Marcus, a man whose presence had awakened parts of me I never knew existed. Each entry was filled with raw emotion, a testimony to the courage it took to embrace the unknown and to pursue a life defined by passion and authenticity. As the days turned into weeks, I began to integrate the lessons of that transformative night into my everyday life. I sought out moments of spontaneity, a quiet dinner at a new bistro, a short trip to a nearby town, even a solitary walk under a starlit sky. Every experience was a reminder that life's true beauty lay in the unexpected, in the delicate interplay between vulnerability and strength. I found myself more open, more willing to connect with others, and more determined to live on my own terms. I also discovered that my journey had not been a solitary one. In quiet moments, I encountered others who, like me, had received their own mysterious alerts, hidden invitations to explore the depths of their desires. We formed an unspoken community, sharing stories in hushed tones and exchanging discreet messages that celebrated our collective courage. It was a reminder that the path to true liberation is often paved with secret escapes and intimate revelations, each one a step toward reclaiming one's identity. One afternoon, as I sat in a bustling cafe and reflected on my newfound perspective, I received a notification on my phone that made my heart skip a beat. It was a short message: "Your next invitation awaits. Embrace the magic." I smiled softly, knowing that although I had returned to the routines of daily life, the thrill of those secret nights still pulsed within me, a constant reminder that every day held the potential for transformation. The days that followed were imbued with a quiet, persistent energy, a sense of possibility that lingered even in the routine moments of life. I continued to receive stray alerts and discreet confirmations, each one a subtle invitation to step further away from the familiar and into a realm of uncharted passion. I began to see that the encrypted call logs, the the secret bookings, and the lavish midnight dinners were not isolated events, but part of a hidden narrative, a secret life that coexisted with the one I had always known. In time, I embraced this dual existence. By day, I fulfilled my responsibilities with renewed purpose, but by night, I allowed myself to be carried away by the magic of the secret escapes. I learned to balance the demands of everyday life with the exhilarating, unpredictable adventures that the night offered. Every discreet notification, every carefully hidden invitation, was a call to explore deeper layers of my identity, to rediscover the parts of me that had long been suppressed by routine and fear. Looking back now, I realized that the stray app alert which revealed a secret booking at a high-end resort and confirmed a private, intimate meeting was not an aberration, it was the catalyst for a profound transformation. It shattered the illusion of predictability and invited me into a hidden world of elegance, mystery, and genuine connection. Through luxurious escapes and intimate rendezvous, I found not only the courage to live authentically but also the realization that the most extraordinary moments in life often arrive when we least expect them. As I sit here writing in my journal, the soft glow of morning light filtering through my window, I feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude. The secret messages that once perplexed and terrified me have become the language of my liberation. Every clandestine encounter, every midnight escape, has been a stepping stone on my journey towards self-discovery and personal freedom. I no longer fear the unknown, instead, I welcome it with open arms, knowing that life's most transformative adventures are hidden in the quiet, mysterious spaces between the everyday and the extraordinary. This is my legacy, a life transformed by the magic of hidden invitations, a journey marked by the delicate interplay of risk and reward, vulnerability and strength. I have learned that the secret to living fully lies not in the safety of routine but in the courage to embrace the unexpected. Every stray alert, every encrypted message, is a reminder that within the chaos of life, there exists a secret order, a tapestry of moments that, when woven together, create a masterpiece of passion, beauty, and resilience. Now, as I prepare for each new day, I carry within me the memories of those nights of elegant escape and intimate rendezvous. I have learned to see every discreet notification as a gift, a chance to explore further the hidden dimensions of my soul, to break free from the chains of conformity, and to revel in the beauty of authentic connection. The path I now walk is not without its challenges, but it is one paved with the promise of renewal, the thrill of discovery, and the profound realization that every moment can be extraordinary if we dare to embrace it. In the gentle rhythm of my daily life, I still find echoes of those secret nights, the quiet confidence in my smile, the subtle glimmer in my eyes, the warmth of memories that remind me of the transformative power of living truly. And though I may never fully explain how a stray app alert changed the course of my life, I know that it has left an indelible mark on my heart, a mark that continues to guide me as I move boldly into the unknown. This is the story of my hidden journey, a journey that began with an encrypted call log, a misplaced notification that revealed a secret booking at a high-end resort, and a private, intimate meeting that unlocked the door to a life of passion, vulnerability, and endless possibility. I share this story in the hope that it might inspire others to listen to the quiet, persistent call of their own hearts, to embrace the mystery of the unknown, and to dare to live a life defined not by routine, but by the fearless pursuit of truth, beauty, and connection.